we go on EA Sports. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff, you got to go and make the tackle right away.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll set up to throw. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards.
Philadelphia.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Hurts. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Bud Dupree drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
It goes up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
At their own 20.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
The numbers from last week's game for Ebron. 5 catches, 66 yards.
You know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes. Stretched. Dreamed. Going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Roethlisberger. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to. Like a good golfer can check one up.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
17 yards.
Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football. Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Brings up
second and goal from the 1. From the gun, it's Hurts. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But now it's third and goal.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Deshaun Jackson, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. Throwing is Hurts. Got a man open. It's Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Leads to number 86.
Zach Ertz. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Cameron Sutton on the return. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Number 38.
And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Duke Riley leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 48-yard line.
Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just do it.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
A big loss on the play.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
At their own 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
The ball carrier.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Vince Williams on the tackle.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
And the rookie's going to learn as he goes.
7-yard pickup. Brings up.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll throw over the middle, take it in. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
3 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. Those INTs all sting. When you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger to the right side of Eric Ebron. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake to counter. Now Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
And there's a catch by Juju Smith-Schuster, and he's hoping there's plenty more of that coming. 2019, not the year he expected. Lost his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, early. Dealt with a knee injury and missed 4 games, and his stats really fell. Just 552 yards through the air. But in 2018, what a big year he had then with Big Ben. 1,426 yards. He's hoping that the return of form of Roethlisberger leads to the return of form of himself.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Fletcher Cox on the tackle.
He's definitely one of the best defensive tackles in the game. He's been a Pro Bowler the last 5 years running. When you run against Fletcher Cox, good luck.
And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steelers.
Good carry and a 1st down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Here's Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he'll throw right away. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He's got daylight. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Sutton now to return. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play? A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Roethlisberger will throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Less than a yard.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
That's good.
They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
James Conner, the ball carrier.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
James Conner on the
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Eagles take over first and 10. At their own.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down, operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 32-yard line. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Sanders on first down, not finding much of anything there, as he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. Open space inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game.
And he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield, try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Sutton now to return. Lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up second and 9.
On second and 9, Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. We'll give him 14 on that one and a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The tackle made back at the 48-yard line.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Roethlisberger here finding Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Good catch by Deontay Johnson, and he really helped fill a void during his rookie season when he had 59 catches that led the team, and he was first among all rookie receivers last season as well. Not bad.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. So when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Shifts by him. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they show confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 5-yard line.
2nd down, here's Hurts. And now he'll tuck it and run. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Second and 3.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Hurts the best running quarterback in this year's crop of rookies. He's got a 1st down. So we've reached halftime in a wild, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Scott on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Now this is caught by Jackson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
A gain of 7.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's caught by Jackson. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
2 yards. And an Eagle 1st down.
They go play action with Hurts. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Sutton now to return. Now increase here as he's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Connor. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to hell and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Roethlisberger, and he hits his tight end Ebron. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to a field goal. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Philadelphia.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he finds his tight end, it's Hurts. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Complete to Zach Ertz.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st down.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he comes back with one complete. For 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run 4 with Sanders, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On the play. 1st down, Eagles.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. They'll try to run with Sanders. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Bird sets up to throw it. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Sutton now to return. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
It's the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Got an open man, it's Washington. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Connor. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now, the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the right side, incomplete to Washington. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They have a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Boswell's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game.
Steelers 31.
They That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. Yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On first and 10, it's Hurts, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. They find some open field here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
25 yards.
Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson's got it over the middle. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and it's a second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A gain of so from the 36 now, first and 10, and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, Hurts caught by the tight end Hurts. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30.
It's a gain.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage, and when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball. Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The field goal is good. Makes the score Eagles 41, Steelers 31.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Sutton now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Return. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Smith-Schuster.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
30-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger.
Roethlisberger's pass.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
They'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or two shy.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before him. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Burns fumbles it.
Ben Roethlisberger's sacked. Fumbled on the
We
play.
always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover him.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure to him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Gain of 9. Brings up third down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards to pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run the counter. Samuels. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw, and he connects with Vance McDonald. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Roethlisberger here finding Johnson, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the run is Connor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. But now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
8 yards.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7.
Now Sanders. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Miles Sanders.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of 29 yards. First down.
Could just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion and the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Sanders.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
Yeah, that, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
The 27-yard.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Pittsburgh's pass.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. 11 yards there, 1st down.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short game when he took off running.
And he connects with Ertz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 6.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Sanders again, the ball carrier.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Roethlisberger to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Roethlisberger on target to Washington. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 4.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
To Eric Ebron.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that block.
He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Connor.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. This is Connor. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
He was
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, you crowd the line of scrimmage. If they do pop one, it's going to go.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do.